someone asked me where would I be from?
And if someone asked me where would
Come on, I love
say I
this.
belong. Someone asked me where would I belong.
Ah, so good. What's up? That's John. How are you? Oh, I like the red. It's red. You know what we must do is we must get you another light that you can put in the background, so you got like ambience, or as the chat likes to call, DA colors.
I'm gonna do this. How's that for your ambience?
I was going to play you a song that AJM sent me, but you know what? No, I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to. AJM, I was going to share it, but I'm not going to. Just because somebody is woken up on the wrong side of the bed this morning, suck my balls. There we go. Right like that.
Present them.
You're funny. You are funny. You are funny.
How would you like to suck my balls, Mr. Garrison?
I left Mr. Garrison in because I think you're gay.
Just
anyway.
me. That's one.
I know, I'll change it. I just wanted to say, good Lord, I had such a busy day today, and I had such a shitty day yesterday that I didn't really prep for anything. So I'll tell you guys now, I got a mystery guest coming on now. Yay. But yeah, I had a shitty day. Our little cat, our tuxedo cat, went missing yesterday. I was like, we were sitting like 7 o'clock, just before 8, sitting there. All of a sudden, I heard dogs barking, and like it sounded a bit like almost vicious, you know. It's like there was like a fight or something. We go outside. The cat never leaves the yard ever. Like she sits on the wall. She's like those gargoyles that the castles have. That's my version of that. And couldn't find the cat. So we were just, I'm talking about from 8 o'clock until I think we found her at like 11:45. And she was in the next door neighbor's tree in his yard, but he's got this electric fence, right? So the cat's in this big bush in the tree, and eventually we've walked past that almost like 20 times. Only when it got dark and quiet, now all of a sudden she's like, oh, my people, I recognize you, meows at us. So we're like, okay, come, like no, and it's like now it's in the branch at exactly the level where the like electric fence is, and then attempts to jump to us, come to us.
God. Yeah.
So it gets on the wall and then touches the wire and the other wire and starts shocking everywhere. And we're like, absolutely terrible. And cat back into the tree and just stayed there. And we're like, and we're trying to phone the neighbor, and the neighbor's buzzer doesn't work. And it's just like, and eventually, like, I think it's like 1:30. We're like, listen, we just can't sit here. The cat just won't move.
Like a step ladder or something like that. Or...
No, like, but there's no way. It's like step ladder in middle of the dark, neighbors in front of the neighbor's house. Yeah, it was a shit show.
And you just like grabbed like the wire and just like grabbed the kitten.
No, it's too far. It's too far to reach. Like I couldn't even like I can barely. It's like it's really high, so I can't get there. And then the cat is it was insane. So we're like, listen, she's not moving. She's not leaving a little like a silly cat hidey hole. And yeah, and that was that. And then fuck me. Anyway.
Okay, so yes, did you get the cat?
Yeah, the cat came back. So early this morning, about 4:00, the neighbor phoned us. He was like, listen, oh my God, quick. And the missus went and grabbed the cat, and she's happy and like in home. And yeah, little fucking bastard. Anyway, I just want to greet everybody. Just AJM, Francois, Arbot, Matthew Dixon, Gavin, 144, Crimson Rose, Debbie, Philip, Gavin, Philip, I said that already, Yazine, Slippy Pickle, Reese, Chantalaloo, and yeah, that's that everyone. Yeah.
Yes,
Lady
you say CR. You see
I said CR, yeah, Crimson Rose, and Dylan, everybody, thanks for joining in. Ooh, and I have a surprise for you. Can you guys guess what surprise I have? Can you guess, Dashawn?
I want to see your penis.
No, it's not my penis. It's better than my penis. I don't know. I've got our good friend, Mr. Spoon, the aristocratic utensil. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yes, greetings, hello, and all of that. Does that mean I have to do enough Afrikaans accent now because I've lived here for too long?
That lovely voice. My God, it's like
I've been
pouring
here for
honey
6
over.
months, and now I can still speak Afrikaans. I'll be damned.
Guys, stick to English. Fuck.
Yeah, there we go.
Beautiful. Dude, it's so good. Oh my God, I can't get over it. How are you, dude? How have you been?
Dis kakwarm hierso.
Bro, I literally this morning I was thinking of you going, wait, hold on. Our friend Spoon's from Angland and it's cold there. And I was melting over the weekend. Like, dude, how are you handling the heat? Do you have like shitloads of aircon and misty water?
No, I just opened a window. It's warm now. I'm sitting here. I'm like, before when I came here, because in Ireland and England, you pretty much have central heating all over the place, and we moved at the end of winter, coming into spring, and as soon as summer begins, oh look, we're flying into South Africa into its winter months. So I'm like, I had 9 months of cold, so fuck that. And then as soon as we get here, I'm like, fuck it is. I'm sitting there with a blanket and my jeans, and I'm like, I'm shivering my ass off. Like, I am not used to this. And like, come summer, I'm gonna be different. And in summer, I'm like waking up in the middle of the night, like fucking buckets of sweat pouring off me. And my dog is like 3 on my bed, so it's like wafer thin. And already I'm sweating. I'm like, am I gonna be able to handle the summer now? I've not had this warm heat in like.
This is
nothing. The last time I was home during summer. Yeah, the last time I was home in summer was 2010.
Oh shit!
So
I mean, if you listen
ago.
to the sort of the climate of people, it's worse than it ever was in the history of all mankind. You know. No, but
I don't listen to them. We should give him the chief heat official's phone number. You can phone him just to find out what he needs to do during this heat wave.
Yeah. So if you're not aware, Spoon, they the DA has now launched the city of Cape Town. We have a official heat officer, which brings us awareness to heat. You know, that thing that we've been doing for nigh on 300,000 years since the beginning of humanity. We've been able to gauge heat. Do I
need people to tell me that when I can just go outside and just feel it on my skin? Yeah. I feel like I can just like, hey, look, there's the sun. It's warm. I'm sweating. I don't need some guy in a suit coming up to me going, "You are currently warm." Hey. Yeah, no shit.
But I'm worried.
Next biggest fuck off.
There we go. Exactly. And I'm going like, listen, does this speak to like government wastage, or does this speak to like the IQ level of the country that we might need that?
Yes.
I don't know. I think it's both.
Yes, I agree. It's probably both. I imagine it's more people that I need something to justify my existence. I'm going to tell people what the weather is. Otherwise, I'll be in prison rotting because I'm essentially a useless fucking twat. Probably that, I would imagine.
Probably. I'm going with that one.
Yeah.
But dude, it's good here. But I mean, listen, it's gonna get like what is it now? This is like the beginning. This is like it was like 31 on Saturday, Sunday, and I was like, bro, I'm dying. But this is the beginning. Like, when is it? What's the hottest month? February. Good Lord, February is the devil. I mean, like a Cape Town, and it's that you're in like the Western Cape. You're not getting humidity, and you're close to the sea. You're going to get that. It's that dry, South African hot sun, like 40, like 42 max. I hasn't been more than 42 in years. That's kind of like and it's a killer, bro.
I have been in 42. You tend to get 42 if you start going to like Paarl. That's when you start getting.
Oh yeah, bro. That's where
mostly humid, sticky ass weather. Like you walk in there, like I need like bottles of water because otherwise I might die. You know, I might lose my IQ because it's leaking in the amount of sweat that I'm just like dumping to not die. I have vague memories of Paarl as a kid being stupidly warm.
Bro.
I have a few key memories of weather. One of them is Paarl is hot as fuck and Blaubergstrandse water is kak fucking cold. 2 things I remember. It's just that.
Those are
those like,
facts,
no,
bro.
Never go there. Like, never go.
Yeah, dude, I come from Worcester, and that's like 20 minutes, half an hour from Paarl. It is a scorcher, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I mean, we didn't. aircon wasn't a thing. I remember, like, I was thinking back the other day, going, like, I don't recall ever having aircon in our house. It's like, it's not like going, yeah, that's just something we didn't give a fuck about, right? And it was
You had a
hot. It was
fan.
like 42.
We
Yeah,
had a
like that
ceiling
fan would be.
if we were lucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if we're lucky.
Yes. Oh God, ceiling fans! I remember when I got them as a kid. Oh God, that's a bloody throwback now. Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let's give
I'm
you a
trying to
ceiling
find out.
fan that does fuck all.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
it just stirs the air.
It just
around,
it just
fucks you off.
circulates the it just circulates
Yeah.
the.
It's the hot air. Yeah.
I remember you would the only way you would be able to use that thing effectively is if you went to bed at night with like a warm damp cloth on your forehead. Like that was the only way.
Oh my God,
The
I'm
heat,
allergic
like-
to do that.
You never did that? That's you basically
No.
you slept with like the duvet up to your waist, and you would have like a damp cloth on your forehead or your chest, and that's the way that you used to sleep. You ever did that? Oh, I thought it was-
That's bitter. That sounds like some of my grandma. No, man, I've done that before. Yeah, I think my
Yeah.
grandma did that once. Also, I remember as a kid, speaking of like, Buddha stuff, right? My gran once did the thing. Oh my, like I was sick and she was like, no, we're gonna do this thing where we're gonna get a bowl of fucking boiling hot water. We're gonna shove Vicks in that bitch, stir it, then we're gonna take a towel and put your fucking head over it, right? I literally died that day. That's like my fear memory. When I smell Vicks today, I think she was going to kill me. I was under the impression. I was probably like fucking 10 or 12 or something, and I was under the impression she was trying to secretly fucking kill me. It was the most horrible thing in the memory of my life.
It's a shame.
Fucking
she
old
didn't
people.
succeed.
Oh,
Someone in the
you're a
chat
bitch.
asked. Someone asked me what was I doing in Blåbärstrand. Well, I was 7 or 8 years old and it was part of a school trip. That's why we were there. So
I
it's not
remember-
something like
I
I
remember-
voluntarily did.
Jeez, Heidi says she's
Long time ago,
experienced.
but yeah.
Heidi said she's experienced 52 degrees heat in Palabordwe. I mean, but that's the country where just God hates people. And he's just like, listen, it's like, you guys can take it, make it work. The desert.
That's
Houses that
that's
were built-
not human temperatures. That's unholy.
Yeah, no, but honestly, Philip just raised this. Yeah, houses were built to be cool. What? Houses were well built to be cool well throughout. Yeah, that I actually like. My uncle got this book on how they used to build houses back in the. Spoon's joined twice. Hello, you still there, Spoon? All right, hold on.
I'll probably join now. We cut
There we
out.
go. Can you? Oh, sorry. Can you hear us? Spoon. Hello.
I'll probably join now. Hold on. Probably reconnect.
Oh, there we go. There we go. All good?
Yeah. I just had to. That's only why I was kind of lagging. I'm like, oh yeah, because I have a VPN on. That's fucking why.
Oh. What was I saying? Oh yeah. My uncle had this book from back in the day where he's like, wow, how they build houses. It's like there was, bro, the level of like insane science that Oz used to practice. I mean, talking about this is back in, like, when the settlers came, when they started building houses, like Simon van der Stel, like Jan van Riebeeck, the idea of how they built houses with the huge gable at the top and the big attic, that wasn't just for like, it looks cute. That was scientific vibe. They used to build like double thick walls for insulation, and they'd also build the gap between each houses for wind flow. It is insane the way they used to do shit. It's just next level insanity of like how brilliant these dudes were. Did you guys? Stop it, George. But otherwise, how's South Africa been treating you, dude?
The main thing I'm currently thinking is we beat France. Hooray! I'm still giddy about that. The rugby makes me happy. That's like the one thing that you cling to as a foreigner when it comes to South Africa, because you don't want to read the news. It used to piss you the hell off.
Bro.
Yes, but then when you watch rugby, it's like, hey, look, this is the one thing that we do that's really, really great, and I enjoy seeing everyone else around me get sourpuss when we beat them. Like, ha 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 ha. And so, especially when it's the French.
Why? Why is everybody around you getting sourpuss when we beat them?
Because we're arrogant about it.
Oh.
And they rub it in their faces. Like,
okay, wait. Yeah,
we are currently the best in the world. Hooray,
you're hanging out with French people down there where you are. Like, what the fuck? Oh, I get it. Yes.
No, it is. okay, I was sort of in Ireland did really, really well when I was there. They did a period of where they were like our bogey team for a while, but I don't think we'll lose to them now because we just be okay. Then we might be knackered against France, so maybe that. But yes, the Irish did have a whale of a time beating us. Never when it comes to quarterfinals, though. Then they can't do jack shit. And whereas we win World Cups, so haha. And it was a great joy to go into any kind of work environment with the Irish people, and you go like, ha 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 ha. You can beat us during your November series, but when it comes to World Cups, we actually go home with a trophy. So yeah, it's great fun for us in that sense. But yeah,
I mean, speaking of not reading the news, I just wanted to ask you, this is one thing I haven't seen you haven't gotten there yet, which is the South African fucking news. I mean,
thank fuck for that.
No, but I mean, at the same time, I'm like, if you haven't, please go follow Spoon, the Aristocratic Utensil, on X and on YouTube. I'll put up a link into the Discord.
X is kind of bad.
Bro, your ex is cuck funny, but like I still don't. You don't tackle. I haven't yet seen you tackle like local shit yet, and I'm going like, that's what I'm kind of waiting for. That there's the inner me that's going like, oh god, I can't wait for this day I can't wait for that day to come, because I don't think I was going to be able to handle it though.
I think my politics for our country would be like French Revolution, maybe. Except instead of a gay aristocracy and bourgeoisie rebellion, I'd be like, Mork, can we just take one of our guys and just crown him and say, you are going to absolutely insert things that I can't say on YouTube channel for, terms of conditions purposes. So yes, but French Revolution. It's like I'm not exactly advocating for guillotines.
I mean,
for more. No.
I kind of think I am. I mean, I've advocated for guillotines a few times on here. I'm going like, listen, maybe there was the whole thing of doing a public vibe has got a bit of merit to it, right? You got to think about that. If you look at our crime rate and you go like, okay, cool, what if we put guillotines in like the public square, and we just have to do one or two guys, right? That's going to send a message, right? Yeah, no, exactly. Like, I think I got this from you. Like, it's a good thing to do.
Well, I mean, it's sort of like essentially a practice of eugenics, because in the old days, if you did some horrible shit, people would just kill you in public because there's actually consequences for actions. And if you minimize the shit genes that do horrible shit that fuck up your civilization, you tend to produce and breed with objectively better people who don't do dumb shit that fucks up your society. That's just the way it works. And in our society now, everyone is equal, which is absurdly stupid. We are not equal. There's real differences between groups and people, specifically men and women. Men are superior and women can shut the fuck up. They talk too much these days. Just no offense to ladies. I mean, there's some women the main people I know that want women to shut the fuck up is other women.
Yeah.
It's true.
But again, it's like, I think when you say that, it's like that's usually other women going like, these like the feminist banshees need to shut up.
Yes.
Because the one with the loudest voice is going, nah, like, and those are the people that are going outside going, oh no, it's like I want it like 19th abortion. Have more. It's like, what are you doing? You know?
Because I've noticed this. I have a few females who come and talk to me, and it's usually about other stupid shit that the women say and do. Like, I'm the guy that women come to go, oh my goodness, women are annoying the fuck out of me. Let me just go to a man to bitch because they will understand why I'm upset. And it is the best feeling in the world when women come to you and say, please be a misogynistic asshole because I'm sick of being surrounded by nothing but women who kiss their own ass.
Yeah.
Great. This is true. Like, being a misogynist does not get you void of women attention. That's just like, and the ones you do alienate are the ones you don't want anything to do with in the bloody first place.
Yeah. But this, okay, CR, you make a good point. I don't have girlfriends. Yeah, it's probably because like other women. This is what I find sometimes. I find with like men, we're very straightforward. You know, we're like open. There's no emotion. As soon as you bring emotion into certain things, there's this like you'll have people, girls meet each other like, oh my god, and then you go home like, oh my god, she was such a bitch. I'm going, what happened? It's like, no, didn't you see? She looked at me funny, and I'm going, what? I like there's this undercurrent tone. I'm going, What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I didn't
men
even know
men
the word.
don't see that. Yeah,
We
men
don't
look at
deal on that
if
sort of thing.
yes, if you come to a guy with a problem, his thing is our job is
Solution.
to solve problems. So we
Yeah, yeah,
are
yeah.
primarily motivated by function, and then we go
Yeah.
back to doing whatever the hell it is what we were doing before, which is probably to solve a bloody problem or to amuse
Exactly.
Have you
ourselves.
ever seen that?
Yeah.
It's like a clip on YouTube somewhere where the camera starts off with a chick and she's talking about a problem that she's got, and then it pans to the guy and he's trying to like fix it, and then like she's like, I've got this splitting pain in my head, and there's this gigantic nail.
Oh God, yes.
Have you seen that? And he's like, if you just like
Dude.
removed, and she's like, no, but you're not hearing what I'm saying.
Oh God,
You've seen that, right? You got.
I've seen it. I know exactly what you're talking about,
It's
dude.
so good. It's so good.
All right, let me actually. I want to show it to you, Spoon. You go like listen. You
All
need,
right,
you
find
need to
it.
see this. Nail.
Okay.
It's.
But this is what you
really
just said. This is what we're talking about. Again, it's like again. I think
Yeah.
a lot of times people kind of. I mean, I know what you're saying, but a lot of people sometimes I've had one of people when we've had you on view before. Like girls go, "Oh my God, how dare he say that?" And he's going like, "Yeah, again, I don't think spoon means. I mean, you mean what you mean, right?" But at the same time,
Yeah.
it's like when we make generalities. There we go. We make those about certain like the majority. Also,
Yes.
like maybe the vocal. Sometimes it's a vocal minority who are these people coming out just going insane takes about insane shit, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what you mean. And then here we go.
I've described that situation like if to describe who I mean by that. I say, can you imagine a stage? And you know the way that when you have a spotlight, the spotlight usually shines at the one part and everything else around is black, right? Now, if you imagine our society, imagine that spotlight is shining on like 10 little yuppie chihuahuas who don't shut the fuck up. And if you were to just broaden that spotlight just a little bit past the spotlight, just make it wider, you will see like a whole bunch of Dobermans just looking at them.
Yeah.
That's our society. And just like there's one little yuppie chihuahua that's just going to be, and then that all of those little chihuahuas are going to get mauled.
Yeah,
That's basically how our
exactly.
civilization functions. It's just the silent majority just sitting these little yuppie bastards going like, can we hit them now? Can we?
Yeah, can we?
It's that.
Can
It's
we just smack the fuck
Yeah.
out of them?
Yes, this.
Yeah. Let me see if this is the right one. Oh, here we go. I wonder if you've seen this. If I get
It's
a
just, there's all this pressure, you know? And sometimes it feels like it's right up on me and I can just feel it, like literally feel it in my head, and it's relentless. And I don't know if it's gonna stop. I mean, that's the thing that scares me the most, is that I don't know if it's ever gonna stop.
Yeah. Well, you do have a nail in your head.
It is not about the nail.
Are you sure? Because, I mean, I'll bet if we got that out of there...
Stop trying to fix it.
No, I'm not trying to fix it. I'm just pointing out that maybe the nail is causing...
You always do this. You always try to fix things when what I really need is for you to just listen.
See, I don't think that is what you need. I think what you need is to get the nail
See, you're
out.
not even listening now.
Okay, fine. I will listen. Fine.
It's just... sometimes it's like... There's this...
No, we don't have to play the whole thing. This is the point that you've just illustrated.
This is so
very
many
beautifully.
conversations with women, especially on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to say hello to all the footsackers for joining. Thank you, good people, and thanks to Ronaldo for sending everybody over. Thanks for the raid, good sir. Much appreciated. What is Ronaldo's in the house? Anyway, yeah, dude. No, it's insane. But again, this is the thing when you point out again. Like I think if you want to run, I mean, again, there are arguments making. There are good arguments to make that to not have certain. If somebody's good at a function, right, then have those people.
Make a fucking hammer to it.
Yeah. It's going to solve the problem. Yeah.
Yeah, in one way or the other. I mean, put it this way, he'll get silence.
Yeah, which is, you know. Oh, God.
He might need a cloth afterwards, depending on how he uses that hammer.
Oh, that's so good.
And an alibi.
No, no, no. It's going to be him. He's going to take the. You're going to have to go to jail for it, but it'll probably be worth it. Good Lord.
Oh God. If you didn't like her, he's not going to like jail. There's more talking there.
Hey, Whistler, how are you, good
Well,
sir?
this is true.
No, I completely agree with you.
Oh my god, Slippery Pickles went. Oh shit.
What did he say?
Oh, read it first though.
How's it, Ronaldo goes? Good to see you, good sir. Slippery Pickle, Sean. Oh my god, yes, I know. That is also true. That is also true. It's an old one though, but it's a good one. Oh my god.
Should I be glad I can't read that, or
No, I think you
mean, I-
can.
where am I reading
No,
this?
it's like it's in the chat. I think you can see the chat. It's like by Slippery Pickle. It was just above there. We can trust
Oh,
something.
okay, yeah, I know that
There we
one.
go. Yeah, old school. Pull the joke out of the archive there, buddy.
Yeah.
God, still good.
Used to come back on telegrams back in those days. Used to be delivered to you by a man wearing white gloves. Letter for you, good sir. Like, oh shit, yeah. That's why we should send them into war. They live longer.
Yeah. Listen, I was
That's a joke,
watching.
by the way.
speaking-
I would never send them into war because men are better at that.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, well, I still don't understand that. I mean, it's quite funny though. You brought it up, and I was like, dude, I'm just going to be completely honest with everybody here. Like, I had such an insane day today. I had nothing to prepare. The only time I had left, I was chatting to you, and I was like, I didn't prepare anything for this evening. I was like, okay, wait, Spoon's going to come on. We're just going to go at it. And I was like, kind of thinking about it. But yesterday I was watching. I think Andrew Wilson did a debate on whatever with this chick, this feminist.
Oh,
And
Charlie, yeah.
Charlie, oh my god, I'm
Yeah.
4 hours in. I still got 2 hours to go, but my god, I first off, I don't understand how he has the patience.
The patience? Yes, thank you. That's the
Bro.
main thing I'm most impressed by, Andrew. Is like, how do you sit there for 5 hours and not like vault across the table and strangle a bitch?
Yeah, I
can't do that for like 5 minutes without getting like violent
no.
thoughts of like, this thing is the, like, you know, you just had the ad with the nail. It's like, that thing right there is the nail in front of me. Can I just
Yeah, it's just can we
just make it stop talking? It's just I have this really annoying pressure. It's coming from your noise hole called your face. Just make it stop immediately. It's just I can't. I don't know how.
Wait. What was I going to ask you now? Yeah, but this whole thing about
was she
the
saying?
war. It's like, no, but it's like this whole thing about force doctrine and voting and stuff. And I'm going like, but listen, how is that? Because like that's the sort of argument of like going. I'm thinking, you know what? Like, don't you think? Does nowhere in your sensible brain do you not think that it's unfair to have a system where women can vote men to go to war? And then they go like, well, women can also do it. I'm going like, no, they can't. They can't. You're never going to. And in this debate he had, he brings up 3 main reasons why.
But you would lose.
Fucking want to. Yeah, you would first off lose if by doing that. But
Yes.
like
Men
you would have no
built
society
war.
left. Everything.
Yes.
I was like, have you ever heard of what was the fucking one, the one vibe in the Bible? They hold all these different tribes. What was the one? Was it the Israelites battled them in the First Testament, and this nation doesn't exist today? I bet you they sent their women to war. Everybody got wiped the fuck out. Now they don't. This nation doesn't live anymore. It doesn't exist, and that's what happens. But like,
Yeah.
it's sorry.
Yeah, well, yeah. Why the hell? Like, it's just, it's nobody wants to just say, "Hey, look, ladies, the only reason why you have any free will whatsoever or any like free movement is because the men aren't basically chaining you to radiators and raping you left, right, and center." Because that's just objectively true. If you don't have anyone to defend and enforce your rights, you basically have no rights at all. That's just reality.
Again, that's the thing. But I think like this is what I've seen. And the first time I heard it, I was going, "Wow, that sounds like a mouthful." But once you just contemplate the concept of it, and you're going like, "Well, that's just reality, right? That's just how things are." But it's almost like we live in this sort of. It's like you got unplugged. It's like you're out of the matrix, and you're going, "Oh wait, hold on. That is actually that's just true. That's just a true statement." But we'd like to view it as, oh no. And like another one things that it didn't take me a while, but it's like the first time I heard it, I was like, wait a second. Like this whole concept of rights. It's like, well, they're just ideas in our head. The real thing is, it's like, because, and I was thinking about this, and I thought like maybe I'll pose this to you. I understand that concept of like the force doctrine, right? is it the idea of it, or is it because in America, I picture it, there is a force doctrine, right? You've got the military, you've got the police. That is a fucking force. Not so much in South Africa. If I compare it to South Africa, it's more like it's the idea of the force doctrine that keeps you in place, right?
I would say
Because
that's any society.
okay.
Any civilization, it is.
It's
You
the
typically
threat of
have
force.
to. Yeah, you have two regulating mechanisms. You have force, which is the external, which is the state, and then you've got the internal, which is religion and shame.
Yeah.
If you don't want the former to, or if you don't want the state to rise with its authoritarian fist, then you need to have people basically regulate themselves. It's basically it's the alignment between the expected behavior of the peasantry versus the expected behavior of the king or the aristocracy or whatever is your state apparatus. I just go with king because that's the easiest one for people to understand. This is the way the peasantry should behave, and this is the way the king should not behave because he'd be a tyrant, and then you get people spiral out of control and yada yada yada. But yeah, that is in essence the best society you want to have is people who have the freedom to do a lot of things, but they don't do fucked up shit because if they do fucked up shit, then eventually you will get the state will get involved, and that's. I try to explain to people you can essentially have libertarianism in any kind of society. It just depends on what the people allow the state to do. Like, there's no reason you can't be like an Islamic theocracy and be libertarian. It's just that if you wish to have a society where you do not have any gay people and they are dealt with forcefully by the state, like throwing them off roofs, if everyone is okay with that, then that's a good state. Yes. Yeah. I wish the state to be able to do X, Y, and Z. Everything else I'm free to do. If the state allows me to do that, then happy days. We just have libertarianism a la the Islamic version. Yeah. In the Christian one, you technically want the exact same thing, actually. You just want, not Muslims to do it. You want Christians to do it. But that's a topic for another day.
Yeah. I mean, that's a heavy one. Because I mean, a lot of these things I'm going like, wait, hold on. That's because you got the whole vibe of going. Because another
it's free
one
to versus free from. That's essentially the conversation.
100%. There's another one that I had like a while thinking about this whole concept of like. I remember the first time he raised it, right? I'm just saying this because I know we both watch a lot of we both watch Andrew Wilson. You are more well read than I am. No. A lot of these things are much easier for you to grasp. And to me, it's like I've got to go watch it times. I'm going, wait, hold on, because I haven't got the source material, the baseline to like go, oh fuck, okay, this is something Nietzsche kind of, or who the fuck ever wrote this about this cock, and it's a philosophy, and what the fuck ever.
I'm not that well read. I have friends. Sort of like,
no, but you also know, dude, some of the stuff that you've read, that you've told me about, is like, it's wow, that's fuck. I still haven't read it. It's like, it's going like, do you want to read the Silmarillion? I'm like, fuck no, I'm not that good at reading. I suck at reading. I can't even read comments sometimes well. I'm dyslexic, right? So, when you pose this to me, I'm going, fuck me. I don't know.
I think I just have a higher IQ.
Maybe that's too.
Yeah, I don't mean to like boast, because I didn't do anything to get the IQ. IQ is mainly genetics. It's like boasting about your appearance. Like, motherfucker, you didn't do anything to get that. That's just like luck of the draw.
Well, it depends. I mean, like, you can have. I've seen ugly people, and then they lose weight and go to the gym, and like, wow, like that's sexy now, right? So, but I mean, you get like, people could be pretty or ugly, depending. It's luck of the draw, right? It's just genetics.
Yeah. I asked a friend of mine.
Sorry.
I asked a friend of mine, I said to him, what does he think my IQ is? And he said at least 130. And I went, Jesus Christ, please tell me that's not true, because that's horrifying. Because I thought, like, if I have 130 IQ, the average person is fucked. Like, Jesus, that's like, no, do not put me in like the upper 5% of society, because that scares the shit out of me. I do not want the responsibility of being that fucking bright. Like, no. Because I do this thing with content is I try to make myself a nitwit and break something down into the smallest component and go, well, if I can understand it and you don't, you're just an idiot. See, that works if you have like an IQ of 100. And when you say this, you're basically excluding like the stupidest people of society. But if you have like a 130 IQ and you say this, and you're basically excluding like 85% of people, now you look like an arrogant asshole.
No, that's
like,
true.
Oh, shit, I maybe be doing that. But that makes me look really conceited. Like, okay, that's not what I was trying to do. But
listen, I mean, like, you're
functionally
100% right.
may be that.
I
Like,
mean,
what the
I
fuck
had
is
a, I
that?
had I wrote a tweet like I think yesterday or something, and I'm like, I'm trying to. I was like, somebody. I was just talking about. I think it was some fucking politician. The Secretary General of the ANC came out going, "Well, you know, there is no racial discrimination." I'm going like, dude,
Yes,
it's
there is.
really fucking simple. You can ask Grok; it exists, and I just have a bunch of hordes of retards going, "No, this is an absolute lie," and I'm going like. Either you're on purposely like it's you either you're really dumb or you're just lying. It's one of the two, and it's like
Everyone
I hope
discriminates
that
based on some prejudice.
yeah
though.
yeah.
Like,
This
you
is another
can't.
art. What
Like,
you
I
can't
just think about this.
you can't
Like,
not
well, no, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't not discriminate because just like the very concept of individualism makes no fucking sense. Like, even on the most base level, like if you meet someone you don't know, the first thing you want
yeah
to know is where you're from. Why?
yeah
Because you want to know the location, and from the location, you can guesstimate some things about them based on the other people you know from that fucking location. So even the first question, you're basing your immediate response from to that person based on a collective identity. It's
yeah
always based on anything else you know about them. There's no such thing as knowing anyone as individuals fucking ever. If you look at an animal, you go, "What do I know about this?" I know from other experience, from other animals who do the same shit as that fucker.
yeah Mm.
Yeah. So the concept of individualism is, functionally speaking, retarded. Doesn't work.
I mean,
Ever.
I like the idea of like I mean, I like the concept of. I mean, I like the idea that like there's a society that that we strive towards. I mean, I think when you're posing it as just as an is, I'm
It's
thinking of it
functional, yeah.
as functional. Yeah, I'm thinking of it in the when it comes to like the imaginary
Philosophical kind of
concept of
case.
rights. Yeah, like the thing of like that we need a society that values an individual, right? If we have a society and a constitution
Yeah.
that's like looked after the individual, it's the smallest group, Anne Ryan's vibe. Then if long as we're looking after the individual, but at the same time, I get what you're saying. It's like we are we're our community. We are
We are
small
defined by our
groups of,
groups.
yeah, no, 100%. I've
Yeah.
got a question, or not a question, a comment from Ronaldo, and he goes this. He goes, maybe you should read it. I don't know if you can see the screen. It says the argument falls flat that every society can be libertarian because this brings every ideology into question. It's pretty much nothing exists and fuck you type argument.
Well, yeah, typically speaking, libertarians think is small government, but they
Yeah.
confuse small government with weak. Like, a small government does not mean the government isn't strong or capable. It just means you want to have the maximum amount of freedom. But the problem is, in any society, freedom is something you get in a state of nature. When you go into any society, you offer up some of your freedoms to become one with the society. And in a society, you have certain obligations to not fuck it up. And that basically depends on how free the people wish to be based on what the people are expected to do and what the people in the state is expected to do. It always comes down to essentially what makes your society good or bad, and how do you wish to mitigate the good or the bad. Like, I imagine if you walk in a society like, say, Sparta in, say, 300, what you're expected to do is look like a built brick shithouse and defend the state by smashing the shit out of it.
Oh, wait.
Like, in the movie, he says, when he's introducing the raising of the king, he says, towards a death on the battlefield in service to Sparta is the greatest glory he can achieve in his life. So, like, that's their political theory. If you're a male, is your expected duty is to, yes, that's your expected duty. And in our society, we don't really have
for
that.
the state. No, we don't.
Yes.
We're anti that. Yeah.
The thing is, if you show that in movie form, and you can see sort of
awesome.
Leonidas and freedom, then it's we see like, oh look, it's a primitive society by Persian standards comparison, but you still go, Chad King, build brick shithouse. Yes, I would fight to defend this, right? But if we do that in our society, we'd go, oh my goodness, everyone is fat, stupid, slow, and retarded, and feminine and dysgenic. Why would we go to war to protect any of this shit? We don't do that.
No, we don't.
Because we don't have that ideal of our society. Because you just look at it and go, this is not really worth going to war over.
But I mean,
that's missing from our society.
But that's the thing that confuses me about America. The thing that you brought up right there, because I look at America and I'm going like, oh, nation of like this is like the opulence of the world, right? I mean, like I don't know if you saw any of the EBT shit going down. I'm going like, holy fuck, how do you have 40 million people? And like somebody did a thing where they went like, okay, cool. If you look at everybody that's in EBT, Adam Carolla, somebody went like that. Literally, the stats are people who are on EBT are literally double the weight of people who are not. And I'm going, so to keep that in mind. And at the same time, you've got like the sort of very American patriotism where like fucking yeah, like America, every time there's a jet flying over in the military, people are fucking saluting it and this shit where they go like, yeah, thank you for your service. And I'm going, those are two contradictory sort of positions. Like it's like and when you mentioned the Sparta thing, I'm going like in that movie form, fuck, this is my state. Yeah. But when it compares to like an American, I'm going, how do you have that sort of, how do they have that patriotism with this sort of a country with almost like this sort of, I don't know if it's sometimes it's good concepts, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like they're basically
because they'll defend America as an idea. They won't defend America as it is. Like anyone who thinks, we're going to invade and overthrow Iraq because like Saddam has weapons of mass destruction, and this tiny little bumfuck country that most fuckers can't even point to on a map is going to like invade mainland. No, that's retarded. That's just a stupid idea, and that's just the crap that people will believe because freedom fries and all of that shit. I would say. Well, yeah, that's basically what the Americans think. I'm not talking to an American audience, so I can say this. The Americans are unbelievably stupid people. They are incredibly propagandized. You cannot talk to them.
They are.
Because they're basically an isolated tribe who thinks they run the world.
Yeah.
They don't know anything else about the world. They have no intention. They think like they're the only people whose sports teams is like the World Series and it's played only by Americans.
It's so true. Yeah,
like
no,
I've had conversations. I've had conversations with even South Africans about Americans, and it's like talking to a different species.
Yeah,
like there is something. I actually spoke to one South African girl who got into a massive argument with a bunch of them, and talking to them, it's kind of weird because we have similar overlap with them as far as our countries are concerned. But I think the reason why we are objectively superior to them, not just in terms of strength, but our bloodlines are something that we value. Like to be an Afrikaner is not something that you can just sign into law by a constitutional piece of paper. Like it's an actual genetic bloodline and we know where we're from. The Americans don't have this. To them, anyone can be an American. And like not everyone can be an Afrikaner.
Yeah.
Like we have that sort of old world tie that sort of ties us to Europe in a state kind of spiritual sense. They don't have that. And in a strange kind of sense, they're sort of 2D, at least the Native Americans and the European ethnics in the Anglo kind of sense. Because if you try to explain to them that the tribalism that you see in everybody else, but you don't, that's to your detriment. Like in any society, they will value bloodlines and kinship because that is what they see. That is how every society behaves. Every society, once they get into power, they support their own kings. While you have like a black coalition, you have a Hispanic one, you have like an Asian one. People always vote with people who look like them. That is how every society functions. That is just how human societies are. We go by what we see because that's a defensive thing. Is people who don't look like you, they could potentially carry a pathogen, and you go to war with people who are different than you. That's just
it's almost like it's almost like the sort of your lizard brain. It's the same thing with, like the one thing that I was noticed during like the pandemic was like the people, what's this mass affliction to it? And it's like, well, these are default mechanisms that are like kind of built in. Same thing with why, like if you look at like if you watch the whatever show, why do women prefer always like a tall guy? Yet these things, these are kind of
biology.
Default. It's biology. It's basically built in. It's built into your back end, your system programming.
Yeah, it's funny if you ignore all of politics and you just go by biology, everything starts to make a whole lot more sense.
But I mean, again, that entire vibe that's the push from intersectional feminism to ignore these things.
I would say so. Well, I would say it's that basically came from the industrial class, because if you have more women in the labor force,
Yeah,
then
more money,
you have an increase in
more
labor,
taxes.
and therefore,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly, and
pay them
also
less.
yes, and also your civilization dies, and then you need to bring in third world foreign hordes, which is
Wait, I've got another.
totally something you don't
Ronaldo.
do it in mass in society right now.
No, I got another. Wait, Ronaldo. I think he replied to your previous thing. And he said, I do like the argument though that we should allow different cultures to live the way they want to. The whole notion of a good and bad is based on who won the wars in our history.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I literally I read some of the old apartheid literature, and that was literally one of the arguments from the people who made it, is that these people are not like us, and it is wrong to force our way of being on them, because why should we expect them to behave like us? Like, yeah, that's just normal.
Yeah.
That's to keep the peace. That's not offensive. Like, why am I saying I'm going to oppress you by making you be like me? Like, no, that's fucked up. And then when you look at it from that lens, like, oh yeah, that's actually just normal.
But this is the thing.
True.
So this is what I'm just speaking on the concept of apartheid. This is what I noticed today, like these days, because I'm going like, okay, listen, racial discrimination, like, okay, cool. It's not a cool thing to do. I do understand the point of it, but now the thing is, like, I'm going like, it's not cool today. And people are going, no, it's totally cool. I'm going, yeah, but depending on what, like, if your intention, racial discriminating based on, we can get into the what do you call it, the deeper concept of that, the meat of that, which is something I think I heard Andrew bring up once or twice. I'm going, wow, this actually, like, this, it's totally normal to do it. It's like, if you want a free country, if you want actual freedom, it's cool to do. But my argument is the point I want to raise is, like, when the apartheid regime did it, okay, cool, discriminating based on race is bad, right? We look at it from now, we look back and going, they were evil, they did it because of racism. It's like, no, they didn't do it because of race. They had their reasons were security, what the fuck ever whatever reasons they had for doing it.
It's always defensive, yeah.
Yeah, and the same thing with now.
All discrimination is defensive in nature.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, you've got the ANC doing it now, and they're doing it while we're trying to redress the past, fix things. I'm going like, so how is your intention? How is your preference any different to the previous administration's preference? You're just the same as them, right?
Yeah, you wish to preserve power.
Difference.
Yeah, that's
every 100%. That's exactly why the old the apartheid regime did it. This is why the ANC does it, to preserve power. But somehow, when the ANC does it, it's justified. It's got bells and whistles on, and it's really awesome and pretty.
It's just because there's more of them.
But they use the words like transformation. Maybe the apartheid regime should have called it transformation instead of apartheid. Then everybody go, wow, fuck me. You'd have the whole mainstream media applauding it and like shit like that. It's like, bro, you're doing what they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, basically, I said this before, and just to fuck with people, I said, explain to me how segregation is just private property scaled to nation-state borders. Because that is what it is. It's like, I'm choosing to discriminate on this and then just widening it. Because that is what it is. You're just saying, if I can look at my own house and I go, okay, do you decide who comes into your own house? Yes. Okay, now tell me why you can't just scale that beyond your own house to like a small village and a town and a city and a nation state. Like, where does it become bad? Because you're just scaling basic private property up into a wider area. That's all you're doing.
No, 100%, dude. That's
yeah, but then you can't.
Yeah, you can't say it. You can't.
No, you can't just have a rational conversation. But yeah, this is how every civilization since the dawn of fucking time has worked. And now it's just, oh, look, everyone is equal. Like, show me Rome 1,000 years ago and Africa 5 minutes ago and fucking tell me they're equal. Like, no, they're not. This is absurd. And we shouldn't expect them to be like us because, our main competition is other Europeans. And you tend to be as good as your competition. And when you do that for several centuries with very higher IQ and whether that forces you to adapt or die, circumstances tend to make better people. That's just evolution.
Yeah. I mean, but yes. Ronaldo, thanks for the comment, dude. He goes, yeah, but the argument there is that you're still guided by the laws of the land. However, the law of the land says it's fine to discriminate. But I mean, this is the thing. I mean,
Yeah, but you
our
don't
laws.
really discriminate based on skin. You discriminate based on behavior. It's just masked as skin. I've said this before. There's no such thing as discrimination based on external variables. Because I said this in a video just as a joke. I said, if I said to somebody, I don't like gays, blacks, Jews, or women, it's not going to stop at I dislike them because they're black, gay, Jewish, or female.
Yeah,
I can give you a whole list of fucking reasons why I dislike those people, and it's nothing to do with just what they look like, or their race, or their religion. It's all behavior based. Yes, and if you make laws against that, you're not actually addressing why the discrimination happens. You're just addressing the external thing that is being discriminated against. That's why it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's
not
why.
addressing
That's
anything.
100% correct. The entire race argument is really stupid because it's got nothing to do with race. That's like I sometimes find that's an easy descriptor, right? So we can go like, you can go like, oh well, yeah, the Chinese people. You're going like, but it's not really people that are Chinese. It's like there's certain people, there's certain behaviors.
There's certain behavior of the Chinese, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Which has got nothing. I mean, it's the same thing with like you can go like,
it's the region code, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, the race is not the thing. It's just that's an easy way of going. It's like it's an easy mechanism of generalizing.
Yeah, it is also just a means to shut down a conversation. I joked about this before. Is that I would say that going back to if you ask somebody where they're from, is the first thing you want to know about them is where they're from, so you can sort of go through your head, go, what do you know about these people? Then you can sort of assess them based on what you already know. And you basically identify people by their region code. And what's stupid is if you look at, like, say, Japan and China, for example, let's just say that because of the way the government is structured or whatever, you have more sort of cultural alignment with the Japanese and the Chinese. There's a good chance that you might dislike the Chinese for the same reason the Japanese people do. But when it's Japanese and Chinese people disliking, that's normal because it's the same ethnic group by region that is Asia. But if you, a European, dislikes the Chinese for the exact same fucking reason that the Japanese do, somehow it's racism. Which makes no fucking sense.
Right? Sorry, so this is quite interesting because like I remember him, he was I'm referencing Andrew here. So I was watching the debate yesterday and he was talking to this chick and she brought up this whole idea, but obviously being feminist, and he posed this concept to her of like, she said, yeah, if I'm walking alone in the street at night and there's a bunch of men in front of me, because obviously being feminist, men are evil and they do, what's the SA, sexual assault. Men do this on mass, right? And he goes, okay, well, what if there's a group of black men in front of you? Like, what now? And I was going, oh no, that's totally fine. She wouldn't cross the road. I'm going, but hold on. Like, yes, what's this entire concept based on? Like, so it's like, I think they're talking about the vibe of like the justification for sometimes for discriminating on someone based on, I don't know, external information, going like, oh, cool. Like if I see a bunch of certain looking people walking on one side, or depending on, there's a whole bunch of things that your brain does to go like, oh, cool. Like you go like, if it's a bunch of guys dressed in suits with briefcases and shit like that, I would go like, I'm not crossing the road. I go like, oh, I'm crossing the road because I don't want these people to sell me insurance or some shit, depending on like, but you make these sort of what we consider, what society looks down as, oh, you can't discriminate based on a certain thing. And the same thing that he brought up this whole vibe of, why can't we in a free country, why can't I discriminate against people on certain things that I don't want to hire someone like, and give the argument because she's a woman. Why can't a business owner do that? Like if hypothetically, like if I don't want to hire people with gray hair, why the fuck can't I make that thing? And we've got the state coming and going, wow, you shouldn't discriminate. Going, but how is that? That's a violation. That's taking away freedom. What the fuck does the state know why? If I want to make that choice, why the fuck can't I? Why can't I just go, I don't want to hire gray-haired men with gray beards for some fucking reason. I think they're too old. They're going to sit around doing fuck all day. Why can't I make that determination? And somehow we have a society going, well, let's follow down this fucking road. We're going like, but no, like I prefer more freedom than less freedoms, right? Yeah.
I think it's basically just a way to force people to coalesce. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to effectively govern them. I mean, that is how segregation stopped in America. It was literally by bayonet. People think, oh, look, they just stopped and segregated. The integration happened naturally. No, it was at gunpoint.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So people
Ronaldo.
actually don't want to be around people who don't look like them. It's normal
No,
for
but
people who want to be around people who look like them. That's how
but
normal
that's the
nation
thing.
states work.
I made friends with a whole bunch of people because there's a common denominator, and most of the friends I made friends with, that common denominator was
Beer
the
and
fact that
biltong.
you're in the same. Yeah, exactly. Mine was beer and music, right? So it's like I
Yeah, there
made
you go.
friends with everybody in punk rock. We listened to the same music. We did the same shit. And it's like these are the things that that brought us together. I've never made friends with people.
Why does
just
Sean's face
because-
right now say that's not it? It's other reasons.
No, I think he's reading the comments, aren't you? Like, or you're reading the Discord.
I'm reading the comments. I've also warned them that they can't make me laugh because you're going to shit me
Oh.
out and they're going to get me into trouble. And somehow it's fueled it, and they're
Yeah.
really trying now. And it's fucking.
So context
Even
spoon.
AJ.
Context spoon. We had Ronaldo on the show one time, and they were keeping him busy reading comments and trying to make him distracted to the point where our guest was so offended. We've offended our guest. So he doesn't want to come back onto the show. He's in the chat now, but he's just gone, no, I don't want to come on the show because I was offended by Darth Sean
He's
being
offended by the
absolute
chat.
No, he was
No, he's
offended
offended.
by Darth Sean just laughing at other stuff while he was in the show. And I was like, that's disrespectful. I mean, you've got to keep it together, man. You've got to keep a straight face here, bro. And
Why,
now
though?
the
If the
chat
chat
is
is making you laugh, it's rude to the chat who's trying to make you break.
I know.
They deliberate.
It's a tough one.
And
You're gonna make the chat happy, you're gonna make the guest happy. You gotta decide.
I was about to say, because if he's offended by saying, I'm like, I am going to go out of my way to just piss him off now because I enjoy offending people.
That's what the chat does. That's what the chat says. Like every time, so I was telling Darth Sean, like, oh, like, listen, we've got to guess, we've got to engage because Darth Sean gets distracted and is like, because the chat like says shit while like we're having a thing. Obviously Darth Sean's a co-host. He doesn't have to carry the weight I do. Like. So he can, and then sometimes he just like when we had Ronaldo on, he was just completely being a dick the entire time, and it upset Ronaldo.
Like what Ronaldo said now. Like, I'm waiting for my time. I don't want to just interrupt. I do want to ask Spoon, but it's off topic about.
Okay,
ask Spoon off topic.
There's
but it's like we can do it later. I want to ask him about because he's from the he stayed in the UK, and I wanted to know what he thinks about the shit that's happening there. But like I figured out when we get there.
Yeah. Well, we got there now. There we go. Spoon.
Oh, we did? Okay, well.
Well, I lived in Ireland, not England.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, no, but I have some overlap because I have some friends in England. England is a very strange kind of place right now. In case this isn't obvious to people, but all of those Muslims that are there, they're not there by choice. They're basically, if you look at the amount of people that are funneled all over Europe, this is like the amount of money and coordination that's not done randomly. They don't go there of their own free will. They're shipped there.
Yeah.
By certain people of a certain small country in the Middle East, which is totally, yeah. I mean, you can't not see it. It's literally fucking everywhere. The amount of books of like anti-white is always written by a... And also, I enjoy seeing Ben Shapiro lose his fucking mind. Anything that makes him spur gives me just a great joy. I enjoy watching Tucker Carlson just chew him out by existing. Oh my god, I would literally pay to see him debate Fuentes because Fuentes would kick the shit out of him. And it'd be really funny.
I would love to, dude. That is entertainment right there. That's like you've got like Mike Tyson versus that fucking retard. I want debate fights like that. That would be awesome. But I mean, like,
I find. Sorry. But getting back to the UK thing, it's the person who really runs the UK is Tony Blair, and has for years now.
Like, but even like now,
yes,
like in the back
So
of
like,
Blair
almost
Institute
like
what's his
essentially.
name?
Yeah,
Steer, whatever the fuck his name is. Steer
Keir
Karma.
Starmer.
Keir
So
Starmer. Keir Starmer's an
he's just
idiot.
like
He
a
doesn't know what he's
puppet in a
doing.
sense. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Essentially, there's the permanent security state that runs these countries in Europe, and he is like the Tony Blair Institute. Essentially, is what runs
Mm.
a small portion of that region of the world, and the way that he operates, because he's got the Tony Blair Institute, and it's not exactly effective what they do, but it's more like the prestige of saying, if the Tony Blair Institute essentially goes to different countries and says, we will set up X, Y, and Z infrastructure, but it doesn't actually work. The way that it actually gets you prestige is by saying, we went to the Tony Blair Institute to get something done. Like, everything is about clout, essentially, in these places. And if you see, like, he was with Donald Trump a while ago, like the whole Israeli thing and the whole Gaza thing, Tony Blair was involved in that. And it's like, how the fuck are you here? You're not in politics.
Why?
You hold no political power in any position. Why the fuck are you here? No one thinks that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because he essentially runs the shit behind the scenes. And
But
so
he's also
Keir
part of
Starmer-
the ID. He's some sort of connection with that
The digital ID
ID
thing.
as well. That's right. Yeah, he's
Yes,
at
yes,
some
he's
sort of
been trying to push this
company or
for-
something. That's right.
yeah,
Yeah.
Palantir. Yeah, and all this
Oh.
kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I didn't know he's part of
I-
Palantir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
What the
I wouldn't say
fuck?
he's personally part of it, but I would imagine he is part of the apparatus that is pushing that shit.
Mm.
Like, all of these
Friends
people are
of him,
connected.
yeah.
This goes been around for fucking years.
But I mean, would you make the same argument and go like, this is like back in the day, let's say like 400 or 500 years ago when we had monarchies, right? You had certain royal lineages running the show. We've just kind of
Yes.
replaced those with whoever now
Merchant
has the
class,
most
yes.
money. They're
Yeah.
the same. They're the kings that they are today.
Mm.
Obviously, they're not upfront
Yes.
about it. They're kind of like, we're kind of in the background. We're not running anything because like they know that
Yeah.
that way you can't ever take them
Democracy
outside
is ruled by merchant class. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically whoever has money. If you want just a really good basic, but still complicated. Well, I'd say complicated. It's just like basically gives you like a good detailed run of how any civilization runs. There's a book called The Populist Delusion by Nima Parvini, or otherwise known as Academic Agent on YouTube. Read that if you want just like a good introduction, because he goes through a whole bunch of what is known as Italian elite theory. So you have Pareto, you have Gaetano Mosca, I think the sum of Gustave Le Bon is in there. And it basically goes these old Italian theorists of how any society is always run by an organized elite minority, because the disorganized masses have no hope in hell of organizing against the small elite. It's like 100,000 men will be mauled by 10,000 that is organized, always. Because organization is always beaten. Or organization always beats disorganization. And
Yeah.
so you go through like a timeline of how certain civilizations thrive, certain civilizations decay over the course of centuries, because every civilization works up until it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you basically get a peek behind the curtain of how democracy functions. I mean, you can see it in our society right now, is that it's the same money that props up the people that puts you on the ballot, and your voting is basically just an ends to a mean to essentially give the current regime its legitimacy.
Yes.
Because that's what people believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the old way, it was the king is chosen by God. I would much rather have a rulership like that, because the idea of a ruler being accountable to God is a hell of a lot more comforting than I am the will of the people. Yeah, but the will of the people is moronic, and people are stupid, and they can change on a whim.
Exactly.
100%.
And the people, the people can't hold the government to account fucking ever. They just go, we don't like this person, and then the exact same fucking powers that put that jackass in power literally props up the next person you vote for.
That's right.
And you just change the face of the management, and it's just this endless cycle of really easy way of getting rid of the corruption by changing the face of it. But nothing actually changes. Like, you're basically interfacing with like 5% of the 95% that actually causes the problem, which is the permanent political class, which is chosen by the people who, once they get into power, make the changes and fuck all happens. And yeah, that's sludge, essentially.
Yeah, that is just fucking bureaucracy.
It's bureaucracy,
sludge.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
no, so
what
now
do
my
you
question
think-
is,
what runs the system.
Sorry, go
no,
for
sorry,
it.
go for it, Charles.
No, I just want to know, what do you think is gonna, from what I've seen that's been happening, where do you think UK is going to end up at? Because I mean, I've seen them protest in the streets against this whole shit, but it doesn't seem like anything really stops.
Yeah.
Like they just go, okay, cool, and then they carry
Yeah.
on with the same shit. I mean, you've got people still being arrested. I mean, someone
For social
broke down
media
how
posts.
many, for social media posts. But I saw the other day someone posted how many Islamic leaders are actually mayors and
Yeah.
in all the different towns. I'm just curious now, just as a prediction, thumbs up, what do you think is going to happen with the future of UK
Yeah, where they
moving
headed.
forward if nothing changes?
Yeah, I don't think anything will change in the long run. Because unless people are starving, unless they're basically on death's door and the system has completely collapsed, it can
They don't
basically
change,
go
yeah.
on in perpetuity. Yeah. Keir Starmer, I think, will eventually be replaced by Nigel Farage, who will do absolutely fuck all. He'll be a wet blanket because he's not in any way. He's shown himself to be completely feckless. People want actual right-wing change, and basically everything but liberalism and we have less taxes doesn't really solve the problem. It gives like temporary happiness. It's like a painkiller for a broken bone. It's like, yeah, it masks the problem now, but it's not healing the fucking broken bone. So unless there is, basically, I think what you would happen is you would have to have a counter elite move in when this system eventually rots beyond the core. And a friend of mine told me something. When it comes to the elites, you are never going to beat them by trying to go through the electoral process, because
you've got to beat
it's
them in
vetted.
the street.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
not in
yeah,
that
of
sense,
course.
but
Well, I mean,
the main way that people go into politics is already vetted. Like everyone is insanely like I've heard some fucking stories. Jesus, the amount of just like fucking degeneracy behind the scenes. The main way people get blackmailed is sex, and fucking hell, it is disgusting.
Bro.
I've heard some of the shit. I'm like, what the? Why are they? Especially conservatives. Everyone thinks, oh, look, liberal are the crazy sex perverts. Like, Jesus, have you seen conservatives? Fucking hell, they are vile. Like, you think, oh, look, the liberals have some furry shit. Like, dude, you have no fucking idea how disgusting the conservatives are. Like, it's not even funny. Also, there's a lot of gay shit in the conservative circle. Fucking hell.
But I mean,
it is.
the thing is, when you say
Ew.
conservative in the context of the UK, right? I'm not thinking the same. For example, on this side, like, because to me, it's like I can't even almost see the difference between the Labour and the Labour and the Tories. I was like, again, like those just seem like extreme leftists and sort of leftists. Some of them are centrist.
Yeah, they're
That
just
kind of-
lefty and further left.
Yeah, that's the thing. So it's like when you
Yeah.
say conservative in the context of UK politics,
It's just yesterday's liberals, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is that the thing that I see is we like now from outside purview, we're looking in and we're going like, you see these people marching in the street, you see constant people posting about it, people speaking about it, going, why are the governments still going further left every single time? Like, aren't people living in the UK tired of fucking mass immigration? And they go like, listen, you guys need to stop.
Yeah.
And then they go, we're going to stop. And then, so who do you vote for? There's no way to beat them in the polls because the people running the show are like, going, well, we're just going to.
Yeah, so I asked a friend of mine about this because I couldn't understand how the hell this is a thing. And he said to me, okay, so imagine it like this. Imagine they have a finite pool of resources for doing anything. The current elites, like all of the, like 90% of their resources is literally just dedicated to stay in power. Like all of the resources is just like walling off everybody else and everyone else can just fuck off. This is why like small details, like how to farm properly, is just basically it seems like it's neglected. It's because they literally don't give a shit about that. It's like all the small finer details of like how a proper ruling class should rule is basically out the fucking window because they're just concerned with staying in power until the system rots beyond repair. They basically want to die with their own wealth.
Yeah.
That's
how
they see society. I know it makes no sense to us because you would think like, do you not have? Yeah, because in our minds, it's because they live in like a tiny echo chamber of an enclave. Like if you see the ruling class, how they think, it looks like people are completely disconnected from reality. It's because they are. It's just like you can't visualize this because in your head you see other things that they don't.
Yeah. It's like
That's really
it's trying to like relate to people living in Hollywood. I'm going like I can't. It's just like
They
these
don't.
people
Yeah.
are in fucking sane. Like it's just like holy shit, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. They
I
essentially
mean, we
live in
saw
a
that
world governed by different
that
rules.
march that they did. Like,
Yeah,
how many
the Tommy
people were in that
Robertson.
march?
I mean, they said it was close to 1 million, but I'm like, I think between
He's a
100,
shady fellow.
200,000. Tommy Robertson.
No.
Tommy,
Remember, we
Tommy,
saw the air footage of the people
yeah,
marching
yeah,
on the street.
yeah. That was
Yeah.
that was the Unite the what the fuck was it called?
You're not the right.
Not I don't know. It was the Unite the Right or some shit. It's just going like, listen, we're sick of shit, yada yada yada. Which is like, again, I don't ask me. I don't know what like behind the scenes. Like the idea was to like, listen, we need to stop mass immigration. I can't even remember what the fuck it was about.
But like the irony of
something like
this is it's still happening. Like I go, what was the point of the march then? And at what point do you go,
this is enough
fuck,
now.
enough is enough. Let's try and
Because-
feather this motherfucker.
Yeah, the protesting essentially serves the same value as voting. It is a feeling of letting off
fucking
steam
true.
so the
Yeah,
people don't kick off and
yeah,
boogaloo.
Yeah.
Like, just think about it. Why
Kick
would
off
you
and
need permission
boogaloo.
from the state to protest the state?
Hmm.
If you are requesting permission from the state to do anything, you're not opposing the state.
Yeah.
You're playing within its paradigms.
Fuck, that's actually
The only way
so
you get
brilliant.
the only way you get genuine change is if you make moves outside of the apparatus. Like if you have any kind of this is the way you get something called containment. Is people who constantly talk about the shit that's on the news. That's how you basically stick within the regime. Is because if the regime is dictating what you're talking about, you're staying within its wheelhouse.
That's so fucking true.
Yes. It's when you
that's
talk about
actually
something completely outside of it, like for example, like the concept of what it means to be English. Like, no, the English identity is a thing, and don't even fucking listen. Like my friend said this example. What you want to talk about is how are we going to dig up everyone that isn't English and get them the fuck out of English soil. That's like the regime like level of where you actually want to be. This conversation of, is the English identity real? It's like, yes, it is, and everyone fucking knows this. Like to have the conversation is insane. It's like even Karl Marx and Engels would acknowledge that the English identity is a thing. So to talk about this in like regime terms is completely asinine. To reject that completely and talk about something like completely so far, like it makes Hitler look like some kind of child's play kind of toy. They go way out of field.
But okay, let me try and make an argument for that sort of. But I mean, don't you think that the idea behind that whole vibe of like bringing that? Because I remember I watched Saga and he always talks about the concept of being English, right? Don't you think that they're doing it almost like on a baseline level because people have become so stupid and retarded that they've forgotten this? You need to literally like steer brand, remind them, going like, "You're English. It's not rude to think otherwise." I mean, like, look how much traction this whole shit got with the flags. And we're going like, people I've never seen this cock in my life where it's like people are like, how dare you fly the flag of my country? And I'm going like, that kind of, the only thing that did to me was it showed me how far indoctrinated or nuts these people are. It's like that you're offended by your own flag. Somebody's convinced you it's fucking racist. And it's like,
I mean, that's real.
What was that? Sorry, Joshua, go and then.
Real.
So it's the same thing that's happened in the UK. Like if people are getting arrested for flying the British flag because it's offending them. That's right.
But wait, you're saying you don't think it's actually real? It's sort of like it's what?
No, I think just
outrage.
from. No, I just think the way that people are programmed, people are inclined to believe in power and what the shishi thing to do is around them. Just from conversations with certain, this is the 80s term, but I think I like it. It's funny.
It's very cool.
I think I heard that it was a documentary about cocaine in America. And I quite like that phrase. Good phrase. It's also why I will refer to Coke as yayo because it's 80s and it's used in Scarface. But I have noticed that people will generally just there's no nice way to say this. I think most people are just retarded morons, sheep who will just follow whatever power says. Like if you can look in society now, the amount of people who believe trans anything is objectively good, when if I were to just look at this from like an anthropological perspective ago, if I were to just hypothetically remove all of these people by any means necessary, would my society suffer? No, because they don't even breed. Okay, so what fucking use are they? They have mental problems. They die young for reasons I will not mention. What function do they serve? Nothing. Nothing at all. Okay, so why the fucking hell am I supposed to care about this particular group?
Yeah.
Right. So if I have a group like that, and that's the shit people believe, that is in no way objectively beneficial to my society, it tells me people will believe all kinds of insane shit because some jackass with a famous badge or money or wealth or status will tell them that. And if you can just get rid of that and replace it with somebody else and say, here's what I'm going to tell you to believe, and you will because I fucking said so and I have an iron fist, you will have so many people believing that shit.
But this comes back to this kind of that argument comes back to this whole vibe of like, this is something that I've learned from Andrew Wilson, they're going like, if you compare the left and the right, the left want to come along and they want to push their belief structure into their politics, yet somehow when people with more on the right, Christian values, conservative, want to bring in their belief system into politics, is kind of like, that's frowned upon. Going like, the only way you can win the vibe is by doing what they're doing. But somehow we have the right needs to play by these set of rules and the other side doesn't. It's like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. And this is what you're saying. The only way to do that is to use the exact. So, for example, the first time I heard him say like, well, we need to use propaganda to make people start getting back to, shaming, for example, shaming prostitutes on OnlyFans. Like, we stopped doing that. Look what's happened. You need to get back to shaming them and going like, that's a societal good. That's good for society in the fucking long run. But we've gone, no, we can't do that. The feelings and shit, right? They're going like, fuck it, maybe we should. But that's propaganda. It's fine when the left are, but somehow we've gotten these, I don't know if it's like makeshift ethics or rules that have been like, we somehow thought about, well, can't do that. We can't bring our religious belief structure into our politics. We're going, no, you fucking should. You should. Our ethics should be part of our politics. I mean, I've come to that realization over a short period of time. It's like, that's anything wrong with that.
Yeah. Someone said that's a bit extreme. Body dysmorphia. Body dysmorphia is not a thing. I basically reject the entire framing. Like, anyone that tells me like men and women, like, no. The reason you believe this shit is because there's some twat on Twitter or some moron who told you that this is a thing. Like, no. None of this shit is real. It's complete bollocks. It's politics. If you were to just honestly pause and just look at the shit that you believe in society and ask yourself, how much of what I believe has any function outside of this is like what the social thing is in my society? I guarantee you, like, most beliefs make no fucking sense.
That's actually real. Yeah, I mean, it's
yeah.
See, like that what you just said is true, and I kind of you just did it a minute ago. Every time we get Spoon on, he says a thing that my brain can't now let go of, and the thing from this one was the vibe of the media and the government. Because, I mean, we've all been saying it. Every content creator in South Africa is going like, look at News 24, look at all. And then Spoon makes the argument and he goes, well, if you're talking about just the news, where is the people who are paid and bought for by the state getting their news from? What are they pushing? And I'm going, fuck, you're right.
It also goes back to that thing about people trust their government. Like they
used
have this,
to.
I mean, there's still a lot that go, I trust my government that's going, there's a few little things, but I'm willing to let that go because,
I'm not
they're
dying.
going to look after us. Exactly. And I think that's the problem. And it's that concept with the frog in the boiling water. It's like, slowly let's heat it up. And before you know it, you're cooked. And I think that's, I mean, it's a good example of what's happening in the UK. It's a slow progression to that point. I mean, like, if you look at V for Vendetta, the movie, it's pretty much what's happening. You just need some guy with a mask blowing up, right?
That's because it is, yeah.
It was prophesied.
The aesthetics are worse. I think the movie's better aesthetics.
Much better. Much better.
Yeah. Actually, okay, so this is from 1897. Okay, I'll read this little bit. This is from I think he was a Presbyterian minister. His name was Robert Louis Dabney, and he wrote this bit on conservatism. And he says, okay, so it's kind of old language, so try and bear with me. He says,
do it with your voice. Sorry.
Yeah. It says, it may be inferred again that the present movement for women's rights will certainly prevail from the history of its only opponent, Northern conservatism. This is a party which never conserves anything. Its history has been one that demurs to each aggression of the Progressive Party and aims to save its credit by a respectable amount of growling, but always acquiesces at last in the innovation. What was the resisted novelty of yesterday is today one of the accepted principles of conservatism. It is now conservative only in affecting to resist the next innovation, which will tomorrow be forced upon its timidity and will be succeeded by some third revolution, to be denounced and then adopted in its turn. American conservatism is merely the shadow that allows radicalism as it moves forward towards perdition. It remains behind it, but never retards it, and always advances near its leader. Its impotency is not hard, indeed, to explain. It is worthless because it is the conservatism of expediency only, and not of sturdy principle. It intends to risk nothing serious for the sake of the truth, and has no idea of being guilty of the folly of martyrdom. It's always, when about to enter a protest, very blandly informs the wild beast whose path it essays to stop that its bark is worse than its bite, and that it only means to save its manners by enacting its decent role of resistance. The only practical purpose which it serves now in American politics is to give enough exercise to radicalism to keep it in wind and to prevent its becoming pursy and lazy from having nothing to whip. No doubt, after a few years, when women's suffrage shall have become an accomplished fact, conservatism will tacitly admit to its creed and henceforth plume itself upon its wise firmness in opposing with similar weapons the extreme of baby suffrage. And when that too shall be of one, it will be heard declaring that the integrity of the American Constitution requires at least the refusal of suffrage to asses. There it will assume with great dignity its final position.
Wow.
Which is what it always does. It's like, if you look at any conservative now in America, are you against gay rights? No. Will you overturn it through the courts? No. Will you instill any kind of pro-white legislation? No. Will you do absolutely anything that is pre-1960 civil rights or pre-suffrage? No. So it's like you basically took all of the progressive wins of the last 125 fucking years, and it's just now normal politics.
Yeah. Fuck.
And we have this across the fucking West. And anything before, like, I'd listened to Evola who said, like, my politics is basically anything that before the French Revolution was considered sane normal. Which is fucking true. By the way, we should really read Evola. Evola is like next level anti-American. He basically said America's culture is an N-word affying that particular culture. Which is just true.
Julius Evola. Evola.
Yes, Evola, yeah. He's
Italian philosopher.
Yes. Call himself like an extreme fascist.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he speaks well of monarchy and kingship, and but he's old school. Just the reality. He wrote a book called Revolt Against the Modern World, which basically describes essentially how the old world used to do things. That there is a way of ruling a civilization. My God, his interpretation of America is fucking brutal and very, very savage. Yes. Hold on, let's see if I can pull it up here. My God, he makes America look like just a cesspool, at least spiritually speaking. Oh, okay, yeah, here we go. It says, America has created a civilization that presents the exact contradiction of the ancient European tradition. It has introduced the religion of praxis and productivity. It has put the quest for profit, great industrial production, and mechanical, visible, and quantitative achievement over any other interest. It has generated a soulless greatness of purely technological and collective nature, lacking any background of transcendence, inner light, and true spirituality. America has built a society where man becomes a mere instrument of production and material productivity within a conformist social conglomerate. which is
I mean, yeah.
fucking dead
that is-
accurate. Like America is
No, that
nothing
is
but a
100%.
land of production. It is nothing
Yeah.
more. If I really want to piss off Americans, I just tell you that. I just tell them like they go, we have culture. Like, bitch, your people are known for being fat, loud, stupid, and lazy. When any American cheers their government, it says, this is the greatest, most it's this. They say it's the most prosperous nation in the world. They always tout how much shit they have because that's all they have.
That's also all
That's
we
it.
see. I mean, that's honestly.
Well, yeah, that's what
every
they
time I
export.
see any,
We have
yeah,
big
that's
buildings
anything-
and much food.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, I'm like
And
I'm a
anyone
big
can be an
Christmas-
American.
Yeah, but I'm a big Christmas guy, and I'm just looking. I'm looking at the sort of what is it called? Like the what's a nice way of saying it? Like the bragging of the things I have. Like where you see people just making
Boasting.
TikTok videos of their boasting of their wealth and the shit. It's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm doing Christmas decoration. I'm going like you have too much. You have too much.
Yes.
Now that's not the sort of communist in like semi like 1% of communist that's left
You're
on
gluttonous
left
is
over
what
from
you're
me
looking
being.
for.
Yeah, it's this gluttonous vibe of like
Yeah.
the stuff they do and shit and that's on full display. I mean, this is the thing that kind of freaked me out about the whole concept of a selfie. You know, like
gaudy.
the constant need to glorify myself. It's like, is there not an idea? Is
Yeah,
there
but
not a concept?
that's all the Americans know, though. I mean, their entire civilization is basically built on "look at me." Like they have no
Yeah.
concept of like class and mannerisms because everything is about themselves. That's
But, I mean,
the reason why they like that is because it's all they know.
yeah.
The American
You-
exceptionalism is basically drilled into their head from birth to grave, from cradle to grave. That's it's
I mean,
why
do
they
you
don't
think-
visit any other countries. It's because they've been told this is the best
America's
thing.
best,
Why
yeah.
would yeah, I've noticed there's two types of Americans that I've seen. There's the kinds that have gone to another country, they see another culture, and they go, "Oh, this is something that we don't do. That these people do better than us." And then they come back to America with an appreciation for a different culture. Here's my friend Aiden said this, who I stream with. She said she didn't understand why people hate America. Then she lived in a different country and went like, "Oh, okay, now I see why everyone hates us." Fair enough. There's that kind of an American. And then there's the other one that has never left their country, probably hasn't even left their own state, but will paint their penis red, white, and blue and fire fireworks on 4th of July. And anyone who's met those people know, like, it's like talking to someone who's never experienced, like, any life. Because all they know is just consume, and I'm defined by my credit rating and the house I have in the car. They don't know anything else.
But that's kind of what it always. That's all I kind of see from the States. I mean, but then they flaunt this concept of like this land of the free and home of the brave, and I'm going like, listen, like
propaganda.
I think South Africa is far more free than like I have the freedom to like be able to bribe the copper if I get a ticket.
Yeah,
right?
we
I
have
think
way
that's-
more
that's-
shit. We have way more freedom than the Americans actually do, but you can't explain it to them.
They don't understand.
True.
Wow, freedom. It's going like, but it's not actual practical freedom. It's not real. It's not. It's on your fucking text. It's on your constitution that says so. But in like,
Yeah.
it's not really there. It's
We
like,
can do
you know what I
way
mean?
more
It's-
shit without the state finding us.
Mm.
No,
Probably
exactly.
because there's a
It's
lack
like-
of technology. It's not as
Yeah,
efficient,
that's
so we can
true.
do more shady shit.
But that's always what I'm thinking of. I'm like always weigh the two up, and I'm going like, wow, what if what if I'm in America? I'm going like, yeah, I can buy a bunch of cock, but like life
Yeah.
isn't about a bunch of cock, right? If you really think
Yes.
about it, the thing, no one's
It's
ever
about
on your
biltong
deathbed. You
that they don't have.
exactly.
I got
no
into
one's
a
gonna-
massive. I got into a
What?
massive argument on Andrew's server about biltong because there were like
What?
3 South Africans. Yeah, there were like 3 South Africans arguing this, and with a bunch of Americans, and we were just saying. I said to them before that one of the South Africans has jumped in. I said, "You do realize, Americans, insulting our biltong is like a declaration of war."
Yeah, bro, fuck you.
Yeah, like, and also your jerky is cock shit compared to our biltong. It's not even
Yeah.
the same food. Don't even fucking try.
Yeah, no.
I've
Jerky
never
is
met an
basically
American who
just-
had biltong and said jerky is better. None. Every single one who went, "Oh, biltong
Yeah.
is significantly better."
Ugh.
That's because it is.
100%. It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the elevation of meat to its like perfect
Yes.
form.
Yes. And the argument that I got was, well, more people consume jerky. And I went,
So
Okay,
fucking
okay,
what?
yeah. Yeah. So your argument here is the amount sold makes it better. And I said to them, okay, by that logic, what makes it better car, Honda or Lamborghini? And he gave the most retarded fucking answer, which is Honda, because Honda does better on the track. I tried so hard not to just swear the cock out of this lad, but I went, in my head, I was thinking, are you fucking telling me that anyone who buys a Honda over a Lamborghini does so because of how it performs on a fucking track? Like, dude, shut the fuck up. This is the dumbest cope I've ever fucking seen. And I've had jerky and I've had biltong.
But jerky is basically just dried. It's just like it's like what we have is called like chili sticks. That's the closest I think that jerky is, right?
Did you see there was an American who he made biltong and drovos, and while he was busy cutting up, he's talking to like the obviously the people watching, and he's like, yeah,
I think I saw that.
Biltong is like jerky, and he as he starts eating it, he stops and he goes, no, this is way better. This is way better. And then he also does the drovos as well. It was the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, no. I think it's because I've had jerky, and jerky is it's more cured meat, whereas biltong is like dry and is droog. Yeah. Jerky is not fucking droog. Like it's like if any American says it's better, like motherfucker, it's not even the same fucking type of meat. Like if you tell me that shit, it tells me you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Because I know Americans who've eaten biltong, and they will tell you it's not the same bloody thing.
Jerky's
boiled and dried. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I mean that's it's also, isn't it like it's not just one. It's not like a strip of like a silver side. It's like it's kind of like
it's not the quality of meat. Yeah, I laughed when he said to me, "It's because it's not exported." I went like, "Motherfucker, do you know any South Africans who would voluntarily export biltong?" Like, bitch, are you insane?
That's our goal.
We would never fucking export our biltong. We would get other people to make it with the meat that's over there, but there is no way in willingly send biltong to another. Fucking here, you absolute lunatic. It's like our most beloved possession of what makes South Africa's food. It's the number one food we consume in this fucking country. Why the fuck would we send it to a bunch of foreigners? Fuck off, make your own. Why? You absolute lunatic. Like, tell me you know nothing about South Africa. There is not a single South African that would ever say, yes, we will export biltong. Like, bitch, no, we fucking will not. Ever. Like, it's just insane. It's crazy. Yeah, we eat it before we start. I'll tell you. So this is the funniest story that I've ever had about biltong. Right? I was in a Facebook group several years ago, and they were discussing. It's like a group named after Porky Course and biltong because people just discuss recipes. And I can't remember the girl's name now, but it was the funniest reaction. Is the girl was asking, "How long can you store biltong for?" And everyone went, "Store biltong? What do you mean?"
Yeah.
Like, we've never had to answer this question because it gets consumed before we know how long you can store it. Like, we have no fucking idea. We have no idea how long you can store biltong before it rots because it gets eaten before that day ever comes. We have no fucking idea. And to this day, I still don't know the answer to that question because it gets consumed on site.
Yeah.
100%.
If anyone asked me, how can you store it? I would just go, what do you mean store? It gets eaten. What are you talking about?
I do have a confession to make, and I'm really scared to say this out loud and in public. This is probably worse than what Ronaldo did, where he made an analogy of the N-word about South Africa and killed Boer. But I'm gonna go out and say it because I'm all about being honest and the truth, right? So I think it was like last December or the December before. Like, our friends of ours live in like what's the place called? Like not Boertesig, but like on the edge of Cape Town. They're close just before Stellenbosch. And there's the spa there, and it's next level amazing, right? The meat section is the fucking biggest meat section, but they've got biltong and drovos that is like, it's at the lowest. It's like, it's insane prices. I remember like the last time I went, they had biltong on special, and this is like where it's still wet, but it's fat on, absolute glorious. I was there and I was going, what the fuck? And there was something like a ridiculous price of 150 Rand a kilogram. I was like, you guys are joking. It was like in town, everybody else is like, it's 300, 350 a kilogram. I was going, this is insane. So I was like, just give me like 1.5 kilograms. Fuck it, right? Just going to go balls deep. Fucking probably ate like a shit ton of it. And there was like, somehow I wasn't thinking, and I put it in the cupboard. This is fucking December, talking like 39-degree heat. kind of forgot it. Like last days, just before it was just before the Christmas, the 24th. So work, all the shit. I completely forgot I had it. My God, dude! I went back and I opened this bag, and it was just fucking white because obviously heat, and it was just white with mold. I literally cried. I was going like, I have to be able to save this. I was like, found shit online. They're like, no, like, you know, you can wash it with vinegar. Bro, I put that in a fucking thing. I was like one of those people doing the gold. You know, the gold in the fucking rivers, and I had the biltong with a bit of water
Sean
and
is
fucking
judging you very
vinegar.
heavily right now.
I know, dude. I was like, and that's why I hate to admit this publicly, but
I'm
that happened to me
so
one time. I
disappointed
was,
in you. You should have lied.
bro, I was disappointed in
You should have
myself. I
just
was
kept
like,
the
fuck
story to yourself.
this. I just wanted to be honest, right? But it's the only time it happened, and I was going like, this is fucked up. This is why I hate summer. This would
This is the
never
one where you
happen
unite
if
every
we're
South
cold.
African regardless of any differences. Like, do we have biltong?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, then that's two ways to solve problems: is biltong and springboks. It's just
Yeah.
it's the key to unity is food and yelling at a
Biltong.
15 blokes knocking the shit out of everyone else in the world. Good time. Ah.
Oh man. Oh, listen. So what, Spoon? What are you doing? Anything interesting for the holidays? Doing like any plans? Anything fun to do?
Celebrating a birthday?
Was your birthday in
Yours.
December? Or
Yeah.
Jesus? Oh, yours. When?
Christmas Eve.
Fuck off. Are you one of those
Yeah.
people?
The 24th.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a Christmas
Oh
Eve
my
baby.
God. Listen. This
You
is
get
why
double presents.
No one gets double presents.
No, you
Maybe
have
when
to.
you're
I'm sorry,
young.
but if it's got to be law. I'm sorry. You should get presents for your birthday and then presents for fucking Christmas.
Yes. I do get for both. It helps when
Yeah.
you're an only child.
I'm fucking,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that's
Brothers
have
and
that
sisters,
privilege
yeah, I
right
would
there.
murder them and go like, no, bitch, you're standing in my way of getting presents. Fuck off.
Yeah, I don't have that blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you, you bitch. Cunt,
You know
but
what's really
sorry.
bizarre though?
I wish I was
People
an
think
only child.
it's such a strange
Sorry, what?
birthday to have, but I know 5 people that have that birthday.
What? I think I know you
Yeah.
and one person, but like I'm not even like I've met one person in my lifetime that had their birthday on the 25th.
Yeah.
You're the
So
second person
I
I've ever
know
met.
I know Spoon and then one colleague of mine at work that has it on the 24th.
Okay, so now I know like 6. So it's your colleague, it's myself, a friend of mine in England, another friend of mine in England, our drummer at church here when I was a kid. His is also Christmas Eve, and Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead. So apparently it's quite a common birthday because I know more people with Christmas Eve as a birthday than any other birthday.
Do you have any?
Apparently it's quite common.
Any birthday plans for yourself? Do you have any Christmas wish list this year? Is there anything?
I don't
Apart from
really know
biltong,
because,
apart from biltong, obviously.
oh God, yeah. So I think if my parents go into Cape Town, I'll just say, Dad, here's like 500 rand. Buy me just spend it on dribbles. I know he's gonna buy it. Just like bring me back like 3 kilos.
So my wife does this thing where she every now and again she makes me do this vibe where like we've got to go fucking away for a weekend to some fucking wherever the fuck we have to go, wherever. But you know the funnest part for me is every little fucking town we go to. You know what I love doing the most is going to the little butchery and buying the different. Like every time it's like, babe, first thing we're gonna go to the little butchery and I want to get some biltong and drovos to like, you know, oh my God, the flavor, and like I literally feel like a whiskey connoisseur where I'm like, oh, look at it in the sun, mother, it's fucking amazing, honestly.
So Chantal has dropped a picture in Discord for Spoon for a birthday cake. It's fucking amazing.
There you go. That's happy birthday, Spoon. Fuck me. Yes.
That would last a half an hour in my presence. I don't look like a lot, but if people saw what I ate on a daily basis, they would look at me and go, where the fucking hell does it all go? Because my diet since I've been back home is kind of insane. Yeah,
why?
it's just
doing high protein, low carb type of vibe, or
you know, to quote the great Lee Haney, Mr. Olympia, low carb is for fat boys. So I don't eat low carb. I eat like 5 slices of bread a day. I just realized this. I was wondering, like, why am I going through so much bread? And I'm like, That's why. And I realized it's like thick slices as well as blikkie brood. And I realized when I put it together, I'm like, oh, it's basically like half a loaf of bread in a day. So it's like 400 grams. Like, ew, that may be why. I'm just and then
Wait, so you
like
eat like
half a kilogram of potatoes.
you eat like
Yeah,
bread, like not even like an issue.
Is there an issue that I should have eating
No,
bread?
no, but I don't know. It's like this is the thing. This is like this is the whole vibe is like eat less bread, less carbs. But you're going fuck it. I'm just eating it, and like, what is it? Because you do like a massive workout or something? Like how do you fucking balance that?
No, I think being on Twitter and being pissed off all the time just like burns my calories. And I joke about that, but I actually think that's real, because the organ in your body that consumes the most calories is your brain. I mean, I've read studies of like chess players who burn like 10,000 calories in like a 24-hour period.
What? Really?
Yeah. So the main thing that consumes calories is your brain. So if you can, like, if you ever like really try and theorize heavy shit, you'll get sleepy pretty quickly because it is draining. You have to think on concepts and like expand your brain in ways that you normally wouldn't do. It's like exercising, except it's like the organ that consumes the most amount of food. So yeah, you can actually burn calories sitting and thinking, which sounds completely fucking mental. It sounds like a lazy man's way of like, that's not real. Like, except that I'm not saying you can die by thinking, obviously, but you can exhaust yourself. What is Spoon's age? 35.
Yes. See, the thing was,
So,
I remember being able to eat anything up until like when I got to like 36. All of a sudden, just like I was like, okay, I can't fucking eat like this anymore.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, like I wasn't. This is just me. I mean, I'm 35. I wasn't like working out or doing shit like that. But I know you've got like you say you do a lot of like weight training and shit like that. So
yeah, I would. My current diet, I only eat 2 meals a day, roughly speaking. But the breakfast would be 75 grams of porridge, about a half a liter of milk, with blueberries and bananas and like a handful of almonds. The main thing would be like 3 chunks of bread. There's 80 grams each, so about 240. Which one would have peanut butter on it. The other one would be 3 eggs, and that I use to make French toast. And then I'll have a fruit salad with an orange, and fucking moesig groot orange, an apple, like either a piece of guava. Yes, well, either a piece of guava or grapes or strawberry, and then pineapple. So that's a shitload of carbs just in that. And the next meal would be an ostrich burger with 2 slices of bread, obviously, and about 450 grams of potatoes. So it's almost half a kilogram of potatoes and a chicken breast. And that's what I eat in a day. That's a lot.
There we go.
Have you seen the news article that Deathbed posted?
No.
Just further up from that.
Sorry.
That is a cool picture, actually. Can I have that?
Yeah, of course, dude. I'll send it to you. That's from Philip. Thanks, Philip. That's very rad, bro.
Yeah.
Here's more. There we go. Happy birthday to Spoon.
That's a fucking great picture.
This one.
Yes. That is it's a bit of a
well.
wedding cake, I would say.
No, turn it into Bolton.
That's just like me. It's like, oh my good God, I get to eat all of this in a 24-hour period.
Where is the news?
I like the way that it kept my background with the whiskey on the wall.
I mean, Philip, what did you make that in?
Just above that photo from Philip.
Oh yeah, a photo from Philip.
No, just above the news articles. Just above photo.
The Walker show cancelled after shocking Bolton remarks. Oh, thanks, Death from above. Death bed of worm. Thank you, good sir.
Yeah. But
that's a massive breakfast, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit bigger before, but I realized one of the reasons I was a bit bloated is because I was eating most of that, except I had less bread, but I had avocados instead, and yeah, that was kind of rough. I realized a while ago, looking at what I was eating, I'm thinking this was not that different from what I was eating in Ireland. The only thing that's different in Ireland to here is I had the potatoes with breakfast as well, and the fruit. That was getting a bit much. I'm like, okay,
Potatoes for
it was basically
breakfast?
like, yeah,
Just boiled potato.
it was basically like pushing like, yeah, it was basically pushing like 2,200 calories in a single meal, and when you weigh like 72 kilograms,
Jesus.
yeah, that's the bloating on the stomach. I could do it,
So
but
wait, how much do you weigh?
72 kilograms.
Yes, sis.
Yeah, see, that's
Holy
the reaction
shit,
that
dude.
people. Yeah, it's like, how the fuck
Yeah.
do you eat that?
How do you eat
And
that?
I
And then do you apart from thinking, do you go running? Do you like?
no.
Just blessed with
But
a
how
fast
in the fuck?
metabolism.
How in the fuck do you? How? Oh.
I have the genes of a Norse god. I have
fucking
this.
ripped, bitch.
I have this.
This is
yeah, okay, so
Sparta.
I have. Yeah, okay, so I will say if you want to stay lean, yes, my genes are great for that. If you want to bulk, though, it's a gigantic pain in the ass because you have to spend more time cooking, you have to spend more time eating, and you have to spend more money. That's the bit where it's bad. Like
Yeah.
if you have the discipline to stay thin, you don't want my metabolism. Then you want the exact fucking opposite because all the discipline and you don't have to eat as much to get muscle. That's fantastic. However, if you have great discipline and you need to eat like some kind of fucking never fulfilled monk, then it's kind of a pain in the ass.
That's right, because if in order to build muscle, you need to consume more. Was it protein? I think.
Yes.
In order to build
Yeah.
muscle, and yeah, it's just a ton. Like that's.
Yeah. Someone said spoon must be short. No, I'm 6 foot.
Yeah,
So
like
I'm
you're,
lanky as shit.
my height. I'm like what
Yeah.
1.90. Yeah. So, but I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, you're fairly fucking tall. You're like 6'2".
I don't run a lot. So I got a little bit fat when I turned 40.
Yeah.
A little chunky.
But yeah, that's
okay.
I think the reason for that is because I've eaten roughly a consistent diet since I was probably about
Yeah, because that keeps your metabolism
22
just
years
like
old.
fucking.
Yeah, I think consistency and not eating crap is
That's
My
I'll
biggest
tell you
struggle is the breakfast. I when I wake up,
Yeah.
I'm not hungry. Like I don't like I'm technically I'll have one meal a day, which is in the evenings. Like I might have
Yeah.
something for like lunch if I'm hungry, but I've maintained my weight though, which is I think I'm around 89 kgs.
That's not bad.
yeah.
And also, you're
I
the
would
same, you're
say-
like what, close to 6,
yeah.
7 foot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like 1 point. No, one.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 point. Yeah, you're 1.8.
I'm a little
1.9.
a little taller than you, am I not? I think so.
Yeah, probably a little bit.
That's right, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's right, dickhead.
You smaller bitch.
But yeah, it's I think it's mainly just the consistency of eating a stable diet. That's I'll tell you the main reason why I started eating better is because when I was younger, I had really, really bad acne. Like debilitatingly fucking bad. I went to a dermatologist and there's like a scale of like 1 to 5 in severity, and mine was at
Yeah.
4.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, it was really, really bad. And
I
the doctor gave me
I had bad
the doctor
acne
gave me
as well.
medication as well, but I tried to see like I noticed sugar and specifically chocolate would just fucking play havoc with my hormones. And so I went, okay, just stop eating chocolate and how well would I do? And eating chocolate not eating chocolate and going outside, like sun seemed to just like purge me of any shit. And so I realized doing that and not eating shit seemed to help me a lot.
Yeah.
I still remember the day when I got the medication. The doctor said to me, just take 2 of these a day, and within like 3 days it was gone.
Yeah, dude, I had this.
That was quite
kid.
bizarre.
I had like a proper acne,
Yeah.
and then they put me obviously because I've got like I can't remember what like I can't remember like no, I was tall
Very
from
bad
a young
oil skin,
age.
yeah.
I mean, like Yeah, but I got they put me on like the schedule. I don't know what the fuck it was. Some like Ryakutan or some shit. I promise you, it was like
Yeah,
it
that's
was
the
like
one.
a couple of. It was this insane stuff. You can't
Yeah.
feed it to anybody. Pregnant woman can't have it. Fucking like hardcore shit. And it was
Yeah.
a week, and it was literally gone. It was, but the shit was hardcore, proper
Yeah.
hectic stuff.
Yeah, that's the
worked
same
like a
stuff
charm.
that I went on. Yeah.
And then gone.
And it's
gone,
quite bizarre because in South Africa I went to a South African doctor, or in Ireland, because I wouldn't trust any other
That's
fucking
cool.
doctor. Yeah.
You know
'Cause
my
I-
biology.
so I-
Okay.
Yeah, because that's basically it. I went because where we lived in Ireland, there was like a local doctor who worked with like hair transplants and skin and that kind of shit. He was like a specialist for that kind of shit, and I just went like, where's he from? He's from South Africa. Yeah, go to that guy. I don't
Yeah.
care about any other doctor. I trust my own kin over everybody else.
Yeah.
So even in South Africa,
mean,
even
this-
in Ireland, I was lucky enough to have a South African doctor.
When you just mentioned the thing, like I would have fallen off my chair if the idea of you eating potatoes so much, because obviously that's like, potatoes starch bad. Until I heard, I think it was who was it? Fucking Kevin Smith was talking about like how he lost weight. He started eating so apparently he had a diet of just consisting of just only potato, because he's a
Probably sweet
vegetarian or
potatoes,
some
but
bullshit.
yeah.
And he just ate like a standard potato with no butter, none of that shit. He just had every single meal was eating potato. I think it was Joe Rogan or something. He's having a
Yeah.
conversation. He said that's how I was going, what the fuck? That's insane.
Yeah, I have. Okay, this is going to sound. Okay, I can't say this without sounding egotistical or arrogant, but I pretty much just ignored all dietary advice from like any kind of mainstream shit, which is don't eat this before you go to bed, don't eat this, cut out this, and I just went, no, I'm going to ignore all of this advice and just eat whatever the fuck the hell I want.
Yeah.
I followed. There's a book called Heavy Duty, which is by a bodybuilder in the I don't know if this was 70s or early 80s, called Mike Menser. And he wrote a dietary book on how much food you actually need to eat to gain muscle. What does hardcore bulking actually look like? And he basically wrote a piece that just said, you basically need to eat like 5 extra calories a day. Like literally just 5. You can gain muscle by eating your normal staple diet and like an almond, and you will gain muscle. Because your body builds muscle incredibly slowly, and in order to gain an extensive amount of muscle, you really don't need. Yeah, that's Mike Menzel. He just it's like fucking Greek statue. Yeah,
it looks like He-Man's physique.
Yeah, he actually obviously they're on steroids because that's all of them. But I like the fact that he looks in proportion.
Yeah,
he doesn't look like someone who's like taking a shitload of gear. Like he actually looks. He looks like he could fuck shit up.
These days, bodybuilders they look like weird. They look like, okay, cool, bro. That's disproportionate.
You can tell you're on drugs.
It's scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, can't stand female bodybuilders. It freaks me. I don't know. I can't
you're not supposed to look like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I can't.
But he wrote just like a sensible diet of. Yeah, I mean, people say
eating a variety and constantly.
Yeah, I mean, I roughly try to keep it about 45 to 50% carbohydrates, and the rest is a split between fats and proteins. I've heard some people say you should go as low as 15% fat, but then other people say, well, you need some fat because fat is what fuels your testosterone, and if you go below certain fat content, you will actually start fucking up your hormones and your testosterone will drop. And if your testosterone drops, you will lose muscle mass. So basically eat egg yolks, because that's where all the amino acids and the good shit is.
But so biologically, we could make the connection that that's probably why we see that the vast majority of vegetarians are gay.
Yeah, that's because they don't eat meat, and you need fucking eating meat is what made us survive winters.
Yeah, and fucking 300,000 years of humanity of human history.
Yeah, and also fire and food taste nice. So I don't know why the hell you fucking eat vegetables, you weirdo.
Wait, sorry.
Although I fully encourage them, because if there's more vegetarians that don't eat meat, it means there's more meat for the rest of us that do.
More meat for us. Yeah. But have you guys ever seen the sort of the vegetarians going like, I'm going to try meat for the first time videos? It is it's fucking hilarious. Like these dude, it's amazing, because you have these people that have never eaten meat their entire life, and then they eat steak, and then half of these dudes start crying. They literally break down crying of how fucking amazing it is. and I just can't stop laughing. It's going like, why did you do this to yourself? Like you believed ideology and you stopped eating meat, and then you watch them taste it. They're like, oh, this is so fucking amazing. No, it's cuck funny.
Well, I mean,
Honestly.
other animals eat other animals.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
like,
I
just
don't buy
nature.
into the bullshit of the fucking like the whole bro.
Yeah. Like, oh,
But I
look, there's a
don't think
bull. You know who's going to eat that if I don't? Some pack of lions or hyenas are going to
Yeah,
fucking take the
yeah.
shit from the lion. So how about you can fuck off? I have a gun and that thing's going in my stomach. Go away.
Yeah.
I have a 4x4 and a rifle, and those fuckers have teeth. Survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Is that you fighting Santa?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Is that what Philip did? Oh, that's the death of a bin. I wouldn't be fighting Santa. That's not really me. Damn it, guys. I'm already.
He wants to keep all the gifts for himself. A wanker.
Guys, listen.
Or you're
I've got
or you're really aggressively giving him gifts. Or just like,
Yeah, no,
take
it's
the
like,
fucking
listen.
bag already. This
No. You know what happened? It's happening there. I'm having an argument with him about the fact of this fucking socialist shit where everybody gets a fucking gift has to end. These are mine.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Capitalism,
Yeah.
fuck you. Guys, listen. I've got to call it here. Spoon, I can't believe I waited so long to get you back on. I apologize absolutely profusely.
That's fine.
I'm like I think about 2-3 weeks ago. I was looking looking this morning, going, shit, like 2-3 weeks ago we were talking about this. I'm going like, fuck. I'm really sorry. It's just end of the year. It's just work is just done. I really apologize, but I really thank you so much, bro, for coming and hang out and just talking. It's fucking awesome. Always having
Yeah, it's fine. Shoot the shit.
silky, beautiful voice.
I can actually talk about building in a positive light now with a bunch of fucking Americans who think their shit is better than ours. Fucking just makes me happy to be surrounded by South Africans where we can discuss the superiority of our cuisine because they're fatter than us and we are objectively better people. We have kudu and you can all fuck off.
It's looking brilliant.
Supremacy of coriander.
Yeah, there we go. Hello. Dude, thank you. Listen, everybody that's watching, please follow Spoon. He's the Aristocratic Utensil on YouTube. You can find him on X as well.
I should make a video about that actually, like why Biltong is superior to everything else. Just to piss off the Americans.
Good lord. Fuck, that would be awesome.
Philip says he uses Spoon was asking earlier, he uses Firefly to create the images. Yeah.
Fuck, it looks great. What a fuck.
I like the way I'm a Cyclops. I actually quite approve of that.
That's very cool. I'll send these to you, dude. Like, very careful. Thanks so much, Philip. Really appreciate it. But Spoon, thank you so much. Hang on 1 second as I end the show. Guys, thank you so much. Catch us on Thursday night at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Yeah, awesome. Guys, thanks so much. You guys are all awesome. See you guys Thursday. Thank you, Spoon. Amazing, dude. Really appreciate it. Cheers. Bye.